Hey everybody, so I wanted to give everyone an update. People have reached out and asked me in the comment section, how am I doing and what's going on? So I had fully planned on updating everyone and keeping everyone updated as I went through this journey, but I guess there were other plans, which, we all got super busy with everything that's been unfolding in everyone's daily lives these days. And I wasn't able to keep up. In fact, for part of that, I wasn't able to fully focus only on my health. I had a million other things going on. So I wanted to update you with a video. So it's been over a year and a half that I've been off of Plaquenil, and I still have the muscle weakness that I spoke of in the last video. I have made some small improvements using supplements and using just plain old research, trying to figure it out. But I can't, it's bigger than it's bigger than just me alone trying to figure it out, right? So I've decided to go down another path. I have found a pretty good functional doctor that I just recently found within the last few weeks. And she is going to walk through this journey with me, do a whole bunch of testing and figure it out, or at least figure out as much as we can. So what's been going on and what have I been doing? I have been still focused on my health and trying to figure it out, going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole, reading research paper after research paper. And I did make some improvements. So when I last spoke about this, I was walking about a quarter of a mile before I would have a full body meltdown. And right now I'm able to walk on a really good day. I'm able to do almost a full mile. So I have opened the window up further just with supplementation and going down rabbit holes to figure it out. I was able to open the window, but then I felt stuck again. I felt like that's as far as I could open the window. So that's why I decided to try functional medicine at this point. So I decided that a rheumatologist probably wasn't going to be able to help me because first of all, it takes forever to get into a rheumatologist here in Texas. So if you schedule one, it takes like 6 to 8 months to get in to a new one. And then the new ones were super picky and wanting to see medical records first and jump through all of these hoops. While I was trying to do all of that, my health was deteriorating. So I just decided that that probably wasn't the path for me because the rheumatologist, the ones that I've seen anyway, not all of them, but the ones that I've seen are not very investigative and they just want to throw pharmaceutical after pharmaceutical. And I'm not fully sure they are even sure what's going on. So in between the functional doctor that I've currently found, I saw a different functional doctor. Everything was virtual because at the time nobody was doing in-person meetings, and they did run a lot of blood work, and there was an indication within the blood work of Mystavius gravis. I hope I said it correctly. I'm not going to try and say it again. Mystavius gravis. I hope it's close enough to how you really pronounce it. So there was a small indicator in the blood work that could be what I'm dealing with, but it was such a small indicator. They're not sure, like all blood work, right? Unless the blood work is like fully over to the right and you're not somewhere kind of in the middle or just over the line, they're never fully sure, which is kind of disappointing. But even if I had the diagnosis, it still didn't help me figure out how to walk further, which is really what I'm interested in. So I'm less interested in the full diagnosis and more of what can I do today to make tomorrow better. That's really more of what I'm interested in. How do I make tomorrow better? How do I get to go on vacations with my family? How do I get to walk a little bit further and be a little more comfortable when I do go on some type of vacations? When I go out or when we do things, if it turns out, and sometimes it does, that there's walking involved, I'm kind of on a timer of how far I can walk before I give out. And that's not a good feeling. That's actually a very stressful feeling. And you never know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, with all of that said, moving forward, I do plan to keep this channel updated with my journey. I'm hoping it can help somebody else out there that's like me. I know that whatever helps me might not help you, but the journey in itself might be able to help you. Maybe it'll give you hope. Maybe it'll just give you an understanding that there are other people out there like you. I know that that helps me in my journey. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And that's what I'm going to update on everybody moving forward into the future. So that's where I'm at. I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't have any other diagnosis that was helpful. I don't have anything that was helpful in getting me to walk further, other than I was able to push the window from a quarter of a mile to almost a full mile. And that's not every day, that's every like 3 or 4 days, because if I did it back to back, I would then crash. So it's almost like my body has a certain amount of energy. It's busy, my body's busy doing something else. And I'm curious as to what that something else is. And if I could turn that down a little bit, maybe I'll be able to do other things. So being off of the Plaquenil answered the question that it wasn't the Plaquenil causing the muscle weakness. However, I did realize Plaquenil was not giving me any benefits either. So it's not a drug that I need to take or will go back on. So, all right, I'll be back here next week and the following weeks talking about what am I doing currently now? What am I trying? What rabbit hole am I going down? And then what were the results? I'm super curious. I'm really looking forward to this journey, to completing the journey and being able to walk further. I don't think I'll be able to fully, I don't know, maybe I'll surprise myself, but I don't think I'll be able to, I'll be 100%, but I'm okay with that too. I just want to do more than what I'm currently doing. So I hope you're doing well in your journey, and I'll see you guys here next week.